Hey everybody. I know I've been like a really long time in making a video. I think the last time I did one was for my 4 month, and now I am at my year. So it's been a long time. But I know I told a couple people that I was going to make a video, and I promised that I'll make one, so here we go. Because once you stop making videos, it's harder to start doing them again. What has happened since the last time? The last video was 4 months, so that was April. So then we had the kidney sponsor walk in May. We did really well. We had a good time. A couple more family members and some friends showed up this time, and we did really well. And we go over to the zoo and we walk all around. And so we raised about $800. I don't remember exactly how much. We raised about $800 for the National Kidney Foundation. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you saw all the pictures that were there. We had little team shirts and everything. We still don't have a donor for my husband, so we're still looking for that. So if anybody wants to sign up and maybe become a living donor, that would be awesome. And then you can just message me, or if you're on Facebook, you can send me a message or whatever, and I can let you know how to get the paperwork and get in touch with them on how to sign up for that, because he's healthy enough not to be high on the list to get one, but he just he needs one as soon as possible. So, and there's also a swap program that you could be part of if you don't match him specifically, but you want to donate in general. You could donate a kidney to somebody else who needs one, who doesn't have a matching donor, and then they do this whole big, like, across the country chain thing, and you donating to someone random will get a kidney from someone someone random for him. So that's also an option. But over the summer, everything went pretty well. I survived 4th of July pretty well. I didn't snack too much or whatever. The hardest part for me, I think, is so far that I've learned is the whole grazing thing. If you don't know what that is, you just kind of eat little bits all day, which is kind of what you do when you have this surgery. But you still have to watch, because you're like, oh, well, I can have a bite of that. Oh, I can have a bite of that. And then by the end of the day, you realize you've had like a bite of a lot of stuff, and now you're like way over your calories, and then your non-protein items for the day. So I have to watch that, because nothing makes me sick. Still, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because you try to test your limits and see what you can and can't eat, so you can find out where it is and all that. So nothing makes me sick. Cookies, candy, cake, pie, hard candies, nothing sugar wise. I think every once in a while I felt a little bit weird with ice cream, which I thought was strange. I could sit there and eat a bowl full of chocolate chip cookies all day, but God forbid I had like a little bit too much ice cream, and I didn't understand that. But it didn't make me sick. I just didn't feel right. Kind of how, because like I was diabetic beforehand. So kind of how when you have diabetes and you have too much sugar, you just feel a little strange, and then that was it. There was no vomiting, there was no like dumping or anything like that. So that's still disappointing, because I wanted limits. I wanted this to limit me, other than volume. I wanted it to just be something else. But I mean, I still wouldn't change anything for the world, not at all. But That is my disappointment, which is like totally messed up in the head. But I wanted it to make me sick. But so that just means I have more mental work to do than I had planned on. Which I'm doing all right with the mental work. I think it's a little bit harder now than it was in the beginning. Because in the beginning, I was just so tired. I was so tired. I still am, but I was exhausted. I mean, if I wasn't up with a cup in my hand, making sure I had water, I was asleep. It was rough. The mental stuff is more now because I'm more stable. You know, I can eat that little bit more food. You know, like maybe half a cup of food. So I have to, and then I don't get the, oh my God, if I put it in, it's going to stretch my pouch and it's going to hurt. Because I figured out where that was. But now, and plus, that everything goes in, everything stays down, there's no vomiting. So I really, really, really have to pay attention to my food choices. I have to make sure I get my proteins. I still do protein shake in the morning. I love my Undri protein. I have that every morning. It's usually coffee, latte kind of things in the morning, which is weird because I didn't usually like coffee beforehand. But I do my coffee and then I thin it out with a little bit of water, and then I put like some milk in it, just a little bit, plus the Undri protein, because I do like a little bit creamier. And then if I thin it with water, then I can put a little bit of those non-dairy international flavored creamers. Those are good. Those are really good. And then you don't have to put as much milk. They do have a nice creamy flavor without having to have, the whole 8 ounces of milk or whatever it is. My favorite flavor though, because when you want something sweet but you're not supposed to have it, you're not supposed to have that sweet stuff. In the morning, it's coconut mocha coffee, because we have a Keurig machine. You take the coconut mocha coffee and you make that. Sometimes I stick like a shot of espresso in it if I'm really dragging in the morning. Then I have 1 scoop of regular unflavored, and then 1 scoop of the chocolate, and then I put a splash of the sugar-free caramel syrup or whatever. I put a splash of that in there, and then you add I put a little bit of water. Sometimes I use coconut water, and then I use either the caramel macchiato creamer or just the sweet cream creamer and just a splash of milk. It is like the awesomest thing. It's just like drinking a Samoa cookie in the morning. But I like to eat that. But that's about it. I do regular foods and stuff like that. My whole closet had to be thrown out, of course. But we found a Goodwill around us. Well, not that close, but they do half-price Sunday clothes, so I haven't spent that much money, but I have a pretty decent full wardrobe of stuff. Last time I went, I spent like $60, so that was half price, and I came home with like 25 items or something like that. So that's really cool. I can get into some 14s, but not all of them. I had just ordered a pair of pants online in a size 14, so now they are my new gold pants because I fit into everything else I bought as gold clothes. So they're my new gold pants. But in general, I'm really good in 16s. The only problem is I have all that extra belly squishiness, and like the 14 pants and stuff, they'll fit really nice on my legs, and I can get them around my butt, but there's just so much extra belly skin hanging around, I can't get it in the pants. So hopefully in the next couple of months I can get them on. I have not been under 200 yet. It sucks. I would have hoped to have been under 200 already. But I know part of it is my thyroid issues that I have going on, and I can't get to see a specialist until February. What is that about? Totally have a hormonal imbalance going on, but you can't see a doctor for 4 months. Whatever. Part of it is that, and then part of it is just because of my back surgeries and stuff, I can't do everything that I wanted to do, and that's really starting to piss me off. There's so much that I want to do, and now I am actually more physically, in general, able to do it. You know, I'm not lugging around 300 plus pounds, and I can do this stuff, but just that limitation just makes me stop. I can't really do much past like 40 minutes of aerobic stuff. Not really. I do, and then I have to ice pack it and rest and muscle relaxer it, but when I decide to push it, but I don't know. But I'm doing good. I can buy clothes in just about any store, which is awesome, because I was in a store the other day and we just had all kinds of stuff, and it was only like $5 for a shirt. You know, there are these plus store places and plus size stores, and everything's like stupid expensive just because you don't really have any other options. You have the moo-moos or the fashionable stuff that's like retarded expensive. And then plus, I don't know. But I am almost out of the plus size stores, so as soon as I am, I get to cancel my credit card for them and say goodbye, because I'll never be back there again. But I think that's about it, really. I'm really not sure what else to say, even though I know I haven't made this video in a really long time. But if you want to know anything or have any questions, just let me know. I know there's like a couple friends looking into the surgery, and if they need any help with anything, just let me know.